This is the Don't You Love Her? Hello, and thank you for joining us here on Baltimore's Real Talk. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Tonight, we are talking about why do women and men cheat. So many relationships and marriages go through that. Oh, let's not forget our little co-host here. The Sexy Lexi. That's her name. God. Sexy Lexi, yeah. Okay. But before we get started, let me introduce our guest. Andre Ward's here once again with us. Sharon Smith is here. Little Andre. We have Jessica in the building and Stacy. I ain't gonna say your last name. I'ma save you. I'm gonna save you, Stacy. And we have Sexy Lexi in the house. Say nobody sexy than me, girl.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So we talking about why do women and men cheat. We know we have a lot of this going on in marriages, relationships, the younger people, the older people, no age limit, everybody just like to cheat.
Well, let's start with her. Why does she cheat?
Well, see, she's getting there. You love her? Yeah. Don't you love her? Say, I'm Sexy Lexi. I'm the co-host. And pretty soon they'll be asking for her and not me.
Right, I see.
But we love her. Ain't she pretty?
Yeah, and she's
it's the right name,
right?
Right
name for
Sexy Lexi.
She got it going on.
And her owner, beautiful. So she's beautiful with me. And we don't want her too long. She started looking like, is it Joan Rivers? The one with the dog. Which one? The old white lady that has a dog.
I don't know. I know Paris Hilton has a.
I know, but which one had the talk show but always had the dog start looking like her?
Oh no.
You know what I'm talking about? It's not Joan Rivers, right? No. You know what I mean? It's one of them celebrities. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think she's a little nervous. She's shy. Don't worry about it.
That's her first time on TV.
Yeah, this is her second time.
Oh, it's the second time?
Yeah, she's a little nervous. But by next week she'll have this thing down pat. Yeah, down pat. So wow, Andre.
Why?
Andre.
Why me? Lord.
So we talking about the cheating thing, and for me, I'm sure your question probably ask me.
Yeah. Why do women cheat? Yeah,
why do we cheat?
Us men want to know why you women cheat.
Why do women cheat?
Let's hear
You know what? When we cheat, if we cheat, when we cheat.
And you cheat very well.
Well, let me answer your question first. When we do, we gotta be not happy at home. We don't just cheat just to be cheating, because if we good at home, we good. We with that man, he's a good man, he's providing for home, sexually, taking care of home, laying it, you know what I'm saying? Kind of right, laying it down, when all that's being done, and for some ladies, you can lay it down right, they ain't gotta pay a bill. All that shit good, they don't, as long as home is taken care of, we're pretty much okay. As long as we got the kind of guy that we want, home is taken care of, we normally wouldn't go out the box. If a woman go out the box and all that's being done, she just wanted to go out the box. She just wanted something different. Because a real woman who's into her man, into her relationship, want that family life,
right, wouldn't
go out the box under no circumstances would she wouldn't go out the box. So at least that's how I feel.
Okay.
What do you feel, Stacy, on that? Same. That's pretty much how I feel for a woman. And like I said, it takes a lot. And now I will say this: when we do go out the box, though, it's a reason. And when that reason comes, we do it, because we will. You will never know. You see, we not like y'all. Y'all sloppy. Y'all, we call y'all with a chick, y'all won't answer. You call us and we with a nigga, we gonna already let that nigga know. Look, you side. You decide, nigga. Because when my man call, I'm a man to step outside for a minute and talk to him. Because I can't let nothing look no different for him to go kick my ass later. So a woman If we've been coming home at work from work at 3 or 4, we're going to continue to come home from work
What
at
about
4.
when that side when it turned into the main? And it's good. He laying it down, and you laying it down too. So he's not going to be second anymore. He wants to become main.
That's when we had problems. That's when the problems come in. See, a lot of times they must them young guys, because they gonna really bring problems when that comes. They start you get it to them real good. You know what I'm saying? And they start loving it. And then, we look, I told you I'm married. And they like, look, forget him. Let me tell you what we about to do. And I'm like, look, I told you, you just not first. You know what I'm saying? But you second. And I'm gonna get you. Time I see what this right here want. But honestly, like, we don't change nothing. Like, y'all men, y'all so sloppy. Y'all change up and, won't answer your phone. Y'all do stuff like that. Or, hey, what's up, y'all? Like, you talk to a dude. Who me, yo? You don't address me like that. and then they try to do it even when it's not, like, even when, it's nothing to be doing for. They want to let you make it seem like, yeah, this is what we do all the time. So you just ain't nothing new. What's up, man? Okay. Y'all find ways.
Or they change their names from a female to a male. Like their name Ron, then they might change to Raj.
Yeah, Ron. It should be like, when did I get this nickname? But y'all do things like that. Us, we more cleaner. To me.
Yeah, you're right. Y'all slick as.
You sound like you're talking from experience.
Yeah. I'm gonna let that be. Yeah.
You sound like you're talking from experience. Sound like it was personal just now.
Right. Yeah, y'all good.
Y'all also make it with us guilty because they're out there cheating. Sometimes he always turn it on a woman like, yeah, but you out there doing.
Yeah.
That's because they out there doing something. They want to blame you when they cheating.
Right.
They feel like they about to get caught up, so they want to blame you for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why can't it be the same way? You said that when women cheat, it's a reason. Why can't it be the same way for guys? When we cheat,
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you, only for a woman, I only know our reason. Majority of the time, with us, we're not being pleased at home. Well, it's like we can nag y'all to death, and y'all say, well, I'm gonna go have me a drink because I'm so tired of her nagging. We cannot be getting something at home. The majority of the time, that's why we're gonna cheat. We're not cheating because we just want some other guy. We really don't. We would really love to be home with you.
Right.
You understand? But we'll go out even when we really don't want to go out to make you think that something's going on when something sometimes is not even going on because we think y'all doing something, so now we trying to make you think we're miserable. You go to a club and you don't really even want to be there.
I feel
you want to really be home with your partner.
I feel as though that's a bunch of frackernackle bull. Because if you're not a cheater, can't nobody make you cheat. Only if you got it in your mind that you're gonna be a cheater, you're gonna be a cheater. Can't nobody else. Your mate cannot make you cheat if you're not a cheater.
I wouldn't say a mate would make you cheat. I would say that you will step out the box when you're not pleased at home. You will. You're not happy.
Like a man, he's gonna step out if the romance and the fire is not there anymore. He's gonna step out and want something, get something different.
If you're not a cheater,
you might not be a cheater, but you can become a cheater.
I have a question. Tell me the question.
Question is, have the host ever been cheated on? Please tell. This is your question from one of the audience.
Are you serious?
Yes,
why me? Why not him? Yes, I have. And I've cheated. It goes both ways. Been cheated on and cheated. So it's not a good thing neither way. It just happens like that, right? You in life. I'm sure every woman. If you haven't, 10 to 1, you will experience a man cheating, or maybe you never find out. Maybe that, some people get away with it, but I'm not. It's a bad thing being cheated on. I feel like we all should just be honest. We should just say how we feel. If we don't want the person, then just leave the person alone. Why cheat? Cheat. But I've done it too. I've been cheated on and have cheated. Before.
I don't think it's what you just said, that a woman might have never found out. They know, just don't want to realize it.
Yeah.
Don't want to know.
Yeah.
Don't want to see the truth because they don't want to lose something that they have.
I have an uncle who's married. He's been married almost 20-something years. And his wife, she knows he cheats, but she's not going to say anything because she don't want to lose what she has.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, some women are like that because they don't want to lose what they have.
Right.
And like my one day, my aunt told me, she said it's cheaper to keep.
Well, I don't know if I can live like that. Right. I can't live knowing that you're out being with some other woman, and then 10 to 1, where does the energy come in for me?
Right.
It's like, are you still having sex with me? And even if you are, do I want that after being with someone else and know it?
Well, the audience would like to know, how about you? Have you ever been cheated on?
Good question, audience. Good question. Now we talking.
Yeah, I have, and I've cheated too. But you know what? Before I get into all that, I want to go all the way back. I want to go all the way back to the nature of a man and a woman. I want to go back to boys. When boys are raised, it's a pat on the back to have all the little girlfriends and, going out there, boy, get you some. Going to get you some girlfriends and stuff. Be a player and all that stuff. Little girls are raised to keep their legs closed, respect themselves as young ladies. So it starts from way back then when boys are never taught, hey, get your young lady, respect them, respect yourself, treat her like that's your mother, because you got no mother. Would you want somebody to treat your mother that way? They're not that. It's a pat on the back for a young boy and young man to have many women. Now he takes that whole mentality all the way through his manhood, his early years, between into an adult. Now a lot of times, some men don't know how to cut that off, and by nature we pursue women as a conquest. By nature, that's a man's nature to pursue women. It's a woman's nature to be subservient to a man to a certain degree, for a man to pursue them, but it's in a man's nature to pursue the woman. Some men needs that validation of having a bunch of women around them to feel validated in their manhood. Some men get over that early and don't need but this one woman, but they don't need all of that attention. They don't need that. It's up to it's the man. Every man is different. Every woman is different. Some men cheat because they don't, like when you were saying about a woman not feeling appreciated and everything at home. Some men go through that too. As a majority of the time when a man is messing around, the other woman is that woman that's catering to him, making him feel like a man, making him feel valued, appreciated, and stuff like that too.
But suppose the woman at home think that that's what she's doing for you too.
True.
Because in your mind, sometimes you feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do, but maybe you're really not. But you feel like you are. At least you're trying, or you think you are.
Right.
What happens when that when at home is really being taken care of, but you still have that desire?
But then that's that man's nature. Then it's not you. See, I know when a man cheats, the first thing a woman do is look at within herself and say, well, what am I doing wrong? You're right. Am I not pleasing? Am I not sexy enough?
I mean, we go through the whole list. Like, do we have sex right? Am I dressing the way he like? Am I too fat?
Right.
Do I need to lose some weight? Am I giving him good head?
right.
Is somebody else doing it better?
Right.
We
Why
do.
not leave the relationship if you're not happy?
Right.
It's just not that easy, because you can be unhappy but still be in love with that person, and sometimes we'd rather hold on to something and see just try to make it work than the fear of moving on and finding something else. Some people do that.
I think too, also when you have children involved.
Yeah.
They try to
that could
stay
be a whole
for the children.
Right. You may have a lot that you accumulate together. A lot of feelings, like you said, a family. You may have assets together. A lot of things together.
And that's true, because a lot of people you talk to have homes and things like, I can't just leave this like this.
Right.
I can't let this go because me and her have these ties together.
Right.
What I don't think is smart, though, for women or men to have ties like it together, like a home and cars and bank accounts, which is probably another show, but those kind of things together when y'all just dating, because you wait for marriage for things like that, because then when you're just dating, you got all these ties together. Now he or she have cheated, and now it's hard to get out the relationship, where if you didn't have these ties together, you would just say, you know what, I'm packing my stuff and I'm leaving.
Right.
Or vice versa, they would leave, but you can't leave if you got so much tied into one person. It's okay if you're married to me, but if you're single, I wouldn't advise it. If y'all just going together and y'all real close, then if he that close to you, let him be close enough to he or she be close enough to marry you, before making those kind of ties with each other that you can't seem to get rid of now that if things are just not working out and things are not going right.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever cheated and got away with it? If so, do you feel any guilt? That's the question from the audience.
Nope.
You say no?
With you guys.
Well, Stacey said no.
You don't feel any guilt for cheating?
No.
Why?
Because I felt as though if I was married to this man, we live in the same bed, sleep in the same bed every night, and you're not, even trying to please me, then no, I don't feel guilty at all. Because I had to get my props.
But even though he ain't trying to please you, still it's a vow you made to yourself and to God.
I still don't feel guilty.
Okay.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I've cheated and felt guilty, and then I've cheated and and I haven't felt guilty. Every situation is just a little
When I
different.
cheated, I felt guilty only when it was somebody I really, really love. Now I know that sounds maybe not good, but I mean, if I really wasn't in love with you, then it was really not a. And I like, again, that's probably not right. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, okay, wow. But the person that I loved, and yeah, it bothered me. And it's amazing because for real, it felt like, why is it eating me up so much? He did his stuff, but it ate me alive.
Right.
I would think about it. I could be not even with him in the bed by myself, sleep, just think about, dang, I shouldn't have did that.
So do you feel like you did it out of revenge? You found out he was cheating. Well, let me just cheat.
I wouldn't say I did it out of revenge, because I don't play with sex like that.
Right.
So for me to cheat, I had to be already doing something into that person for real. Right. I'm not just your woman that's just going to go out there and just meet somebody and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? So 10 to 1, if I cheated, this was already in the makings.
But if it hurts you so much and you feel guilty, it makes you wonder, like, did I do it because he did it? Vice versa.
Yeah, no, I never felt like I did. I never cheated because someone else did it. When I cheated, it was already the relationship was over anyway, to be honest with you. It was really already over. You know what I mean? Like I might have cheated, but I already knew that this relationship was already out the door. I think the wrong part is to include someone else when you're not even done with your relationship. I think that's wrong. And us as women and men, we do it. We'll bring someone else in the picture knowing that we're not even done, but we know it's almost done. You know it ain't working. It's almost out the door. You already know that. But you met Tony, and Tony kind of fine, and you're like, well, maybe Tony can help me get him off my mind.
We done this.
You know what I'm saying? Because it do work. Yeah. Tony start taking you out and taking you shopping. Before you know, you ain't even thinking about, the other guy. You thinking about Tony. You like, shit, I can't wait to Tony, because you're really excited. And that's how the beginning of relationships are.
Right.
But then once you hit the middle, now you realize Tony ain't what you think it is. The grass ain't more green on that side like you thought. Right. Now you really wish you might hook back up with, the other one, right. And now he's gone because he's about sick of playing games with you too.
Right.
And it goes on. And if you have, if y'all have any attachment to, child or anything like that, well then, you try to maintain the respect with them. You kind of don't want to do that with your kid's father or mother.
Too, right. I think some men too, we cheat, like, again, for a conquest. Sometimes we pursue women. It's not. We really even want the woman. This a lot of times it's just a conquest. It's like, can I get that? It just that was saying about.
See, we a flirt. We a flirt just to know that. All we want to do is look at you and see that you looked at us. But we're like, okay, we still got it now. Come on, to the next one. We back home with daddy. We just want to know that somebody else gonna look at it.
We just want, and at the same time.
But why y'all gotta take it far and get like don't do the
We
sex?
just want to know we still got like that. Like we can, you know.
Why y'all gotta go? You know, why you gotta do the sex to know that you still have it like that? You know what I'm saying? Like because you know, like I said, if we're good at home, you know, I mean, you got it going on, you got a good job and stuff. You know, I'm just saying what pleases me. You know, great job, you throwing it right. You know, I'm good.
Men can't.
You know, nice looking car. We don't want to get no job. You know, dress real well, real heavy down there. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Money is everything. You know, we all good financially. I'm good.
Can it be a little bit?
Is you good, Jay?
I'm good.
You know,
like because we think differently from y'all. Like y'all think y'all know y'all love.
what do you think? That's what the women want to know. What do you think?
I'm saying like
Bye, Stacy.
You know,
Thank you.
Say, you know, most women say, you know, our guys we think without penis and stuff like that. You know, so can it be like, you know, I mean, that's the reason why we don't just we go the extra mile, you know, and you know, y'all, you know how y'all think. Y'all don't really think about like, you know, sex first, you know.
Right, because we gotta get into you.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying that a woman don't look at a guy and say, "Damn, I want him." Right. I'm not saying that. Because we already know eventually, we know who we're going to give it to.
Right, y'all do.
We really do. We know that within 5 minutes. We already know if we're going to give you some. We know if we like you. We know if we want you out, man. We know if we're never going to talk to you again. Right. We know that, you know, easy. Is there any more comments? I'm sorry. We know that right off the back what we going to do with you. So if we got plans to, you know, to go there with you, we going to go. Right. But again, if we're in a relationship, yes.
How do you come back home and lay next to the person you say you love, knowing what you've just done?
Wow.
You cheat.
That's deep, viewers.
Yeah, it is. I think if you've already been cheated, I think to get to that where you just don't even care, it's actually time to move on.
It really is.
It really
you
is.
just haven't said it yet. Or maybe you have. In situations that are making you stay for a minute, maybe the person ain't got its place or her place. Yeah, right. and you can't just put that person out, whatever the case may be. It's at its end by then.
But right, and I think that, you know, it's something about that relationship with that person that's either hurt you or you just don't feel a connection there anymore. Whereas though it's like you said, you know, it's something that's keeping y'all together, but it ain't the love and intimacy no more. That's out the door. It may be because of the kids, it may be because y'all have bills together, whatever. Right. The relationship itself, the emotional aspect, it's nothing there anymore. It's just empty. But you
and to the one when it's like that, you know, it ain't even no more sex.
Because
because when
she's like that is or then, you know, sometimes too the novelty wears off in a relationship. You know, some people cheat because of that, because whatever it's an old saying, whatever you did to get that person's attention in the beginning, you need to try to do that. Be you know, spontaneous, being entertaining to one another through the duration of the relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing you do to get them, same thing you do to keep them.
Right. And then the novelty wear off. Now you was that sexy woman when I first met you, but then you done got comfortable. You know, you pooping with the door open, you walking around with the towel in your hand,
and got all fat.
Rollers on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, sitting there, you know, you just walking around mismatch, baby,
you know what?
On, you know, mismatch bra sets. You just don't give a damn. He's like, yeah, I'm alright. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man.
Right. You know, and guys do that sometimes too. And it's just that you get too comfortable instead of just being entertaining, be like a little enigma a little bit, and just do things, you know. Just be that desired person. You ain't gotta go to bed with makeup on every night. You know, I ain't saying that. You know, you gotta be this desirable stuff. But this still, I understand that you still are in a relationship, and you know, and you want to look desirable to your mate as best you can. Yeah,
right. But then that works both ways, you know. I mean, that works both ways. The man has to keep it new, and the woman does, you know, do too. And I don't think no one should let themselves go. And you're absolutely right. And a lot of time, I'm gonna be honest with you, it be the women. You know, it's sad to say, but it'll be us that will get a man, get pregnant, we gain a little weight, and we leave it there like, oh, whatever, I got him. Now if he leave us, we didn't want a treadmill. I'm gonna lose that weight, girl, because I'm gonna meet. You know, now we on a treadmill. Now we trying to make things happen because boom, we want to be fine for that next guy. But ain't no need to get fine for that next guy if you're gonna do the exact same thing, get comfortable, have a baby, and then boom.
Right.
You know, whatever.
I think.
I'm sorry. Sorry. We have a comment.
Intelligent Tia said, just because we cheat doesn't mean you're not playing your part. And Diva Angel 39 said, hi, Chandelier.
Hi, how are you?
Right. You're right, because you cheat doesn't mean that you're not playing your part. It goes, it's the nature. It's the person that you're dealing with. You know, every woman know what kind of man that she has. A majority of the time, a man knows what kind of woman that he has. You know, if your man, go back to how you met your man. You know, was he talking to somebody else when he met you?
10 to 1.
Did he cheat on her?
10 to 1, but we might didn't know, but it's not even wrong when you meet somebody if they're talking to somebody else.
Right.
Because why do you think that you're gonna meet somebody that's single?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So 10 to 1, he was talking to somebody else. But if he gets with you and decide that me and her kicking it, I like her, it's me and her now, which had to be a mutual agreement, you know. And it's and people don't do that no more.
But I mean,
nobody says, okay, now we together. I mean, I guess we're supposed to write, you know, do you go with me, yes or no?
But I mean, was that person open with you about the fact that, okay, this is how it is. I'm not really with anybody right now, but I date. I see other people. It is what it is. Or you just got
like
this person that told you.
All of them is not honest. You're right. All guys are not, but some are.
Right.
And I have met guys who was very honest, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't expecting him to be that way because he was a little bit younger. You know what I mean? Not trying to get to the cougar thing, but younger than I would have dated. But for him to be so honest with me and tell me, yes, you know what I mean, I like you, I enjoy talking to you, but I do have someone else, but I still want to see you. Now, I can respect that. You know why?
That's your choice.
Because now you gave me the choice. Now I can decide whether I want to deal with you or I don't want to deal with you. Right. But when I come to you and you're lying, tell me, oh no, I ain't dating nobody else. Oh, I'm just seeing you. Oh, no, I ain't doing it. Now you sit here lying. Now you choosing for me. Right. It's unfair. Just let me choose for myself.
But that goes to you. That's the nature of the man that you have. You take on that and you start dating this guy. Just don't forget, that's how you met him.
Oh yeah.
Same way Kenny, you say, I'm gonna be open with you. I got somebody, but I like you. When you get with this dude,
oh yeah,
you like his honesty. That next fine woman. Hey baby, look, I got
same thing.
Chandelier at the house, whatever. But I like you. Can we do this? So that's what the saying. It goes back to how you met that person.
That's true.
And then you see the signs. We all see the signs. We know. When you out the blue, you starting to look fine and doing little stuff to your hair a little different. You smell a little different, wearing different kind of perfume. You looking all. That ain't all the time for me. That's because that's that other joke out there that's on, you know, that gave you little compliments and stuff. And that's another thing I think guys we forget to do is we forget to compliment our women at the spur of the moment. You know, just this compliment. And I think the cheating thing really it goes to that. You know, when you don't feel all the way back to. When we talked about one of the shows, and I was, you know, and I was saying how a woman a lot of times y'all sex starts in the mind early on that day before the physical act take place. If we say something just to you that makes you feel valued and appreciated, something could be the little thing, you know. And
so you're saying that when you say that one little thing, if I'm about to cheat, I'm gonna say, oh, but you know what? Early this morning. He said something to make my bed.
It could have. And
you know, and it's true. And that's the truth. I'm saying that, you know, and jokingly, but that's true. It's something he did to make you say, you know what? But see, women, again, I ain't going to speak for all. I'm just speaking for some. We not so big on having to be with somebody else if we good.
I understand.
If we're good at home, we're good.
Right.
You know, we really are. But if one thing seems to kind of mess up, sometimes things ain't so good.
Right.
Then we have problems. I'm with you. Someone said something.
Yeah. So when the person you cheated with brings problems to your doorstep, how do you handle that?
When the person you cheated with?
Yes.
Brings problem to your doorstep?
Yes.
Wow. Call the police. No. Wow. And you know what? And a lot of times it be them young ones. Whether it's a younger girl or a younger guy. Who would do that? But I think that to me, how you handle that is you deal with your man or your woman. You deal with that person. You don't deal with that other person because that person never told you. They never said they love you. Never. It's your man that said they love you. I'm going to speak on a woman's point of view to a man. It's your man that says they love you. It's never ever the woman that says, you know, she love you. So, you know, where she is wrong and she shouldn't be so disrespectful and you might have to handle her, but handle your man as well. Because it starts with him. It starts with him. Yeah. Or that woman. Vice versa. Whichever way it is, it starts with that person.
Right.
That person should have made sure that person didn't come to your house. That person should have made sure that whatever he was doing or she was doing out in the street, it didn't get home. That person should have loved you enough to make sure of that. So, yeah, that falls with you. You let him handle that. And then at the end, that bust him in his head and then bust her in hers. Because, bitch, you shouldn't have never came here. Right. Is you crazy? You knew it was my house. Now, if she ain't know, That's one thing.
Right.
But if the hoe no, handle him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then handle him. Because at the end of the day, again, it's it's no need to ever, take it out on the woman. Excuse me, it's never ever a reason to take it out on the woman if that's the case. Because she don't have to respect you. She don't know you. She don't love you. She meet that man tell her he's single. Or you don't know what story he done gave her. Or in some cases they tell them they have someone and women don't mind. So if you're one of the women who don't mind, then you know what you're getting yourself into. And if you're one of the women who do mind and he told you a story, then you need to let him go. Because he didn't even give you a chance to see if you wanted to deal with that kind of mess. Drama. It can be drama. Because if she comes to your home, and suppose you have kids. Now they come into your kids are hearing. Now she loud. Let's suppose she ghetto and hoodie. Now she yelling and and it gets crazy.
That's what you got to think about when you're cheating.
Yeah.
Those are the consequences behind that. It feels good for the woman because you're being selfish. You're thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about your actions, how it's going to affect everybody. And yeah, that's the consequence of the cheater thing. And and I'm gonna say this too to the young ladies out there. They have guys who out there in the street doing a little time, doing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then he's away. These are only for the ladies who got men in the system. I'm talking to you. He's in the system for a minute, laying out for a minute, doing his little bit. You got little Bobby out here, whoever he is, handling his business, or your man away. Now you done told Bobby, hey, look, my man was locked down. This is what it is.
When he come home, I'm back around.
Such and such and such. Okay, Bobby. Oh yeah, he good with that. He ain't got no competition. When he get home, man, we are egotistical by nature. Our egos ain't gonna be able to handle that. So when he comes home, it's shut down. He like, oh hell no! I've been hitting this the whole time. You been locked down. You gonna shut me off? Nah, he gonna act a fool. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? So take that in consideration too. When these women got the guys on lockdown, no, you gonna have issues with that. And then your man come home. So that's another show. So just thought I'd give you that.
I think the women should know a guy know when they have crazy men too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because not saying no punk or nothing, but he a guy,
right.
He ain't no problem murdering you. Let me know. Let me make my choice. Right. Go back to that.
Right.
But then that's a good thing too, Jay. But you don't know if you got that kind of person. You don't know how you could have the most docile guy he's so timid and everything, but you would think he's he may be, say like I'm the timid guy. You just run all over me. I'm your little doormat.
Shut up. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of you. Where you going, home, dummy? Right. Stupid. I know.
But I'm saying because you run over me and I'm soft to everybody else. You just a little, you just whatever. Another man come into play, and I go flick off, hurt this dude, hurt you and everybody.
You would shot me. Yeah. I'm like, look at this dummy thing.
What I'm saying is,
I'm ready to give him something. I'm like, whoa, I know he get down like that.
Just don't underestimate, the person's heart. When they love you,
they love you.
And they find out that, you fooling around. Don't underestimate that most timid dude. You think it's sucker.
I know one thing.
Kill something.
When that happens, somebody cheat on you, don't get me wrong. I don't know how we feel when we do it. But when they do it to us, can't eat, can't sleep, lose weight. God, my heart just hurt. You feel like they just cut it?
Our pride, egos.
The thought just hurts me now.
So this is a question for both of y'all. What do y'all do when y'all step out on your relationship, on your mate? Say you've been dating this person, after a while you dating this person, it's going over years, you having sex, you gain feelings for this other person that you're cheating on. How do you handle that situation? Now you're in a dilemma. You fall in love with this person, you still in love with your mate. How do you handle that? Because it happens.
Yeah. Keep them both. No. No, I'm just playing.
It happens.
It does.
It happens.
That's a good question.
And then you with that when he don't want you to leave. And you kind of don't want to leave, dude. Then you go home and got to look at him like, I still love him, but she don't even look cute today. You mad at him for no reason.
What do you do then in that situation?
Wow. That's serious.
Mm-hmm.
I just advise people to get out of stuff before it get that serious, because that's like really, really serious.
Yeah.
Like you playing with hearts now. Somebody gonna be hurt.
Right. Somebody gonna get hurt either way.
Either way, right? It's definitely gonna, it's definitely gonna happen.
You
But
look at it and say, okay, what's the benefits of being with this person? What's the benefits of being in this person? And then you gotta, you have to cut that thing off. You gotta first find out what it is going on with you or in a relationship for you to want to stray in the first.
Or find out what you want. Sometimes we don't know what we want. We think we know what we want, but we don't.
Right.
Us women will say, especially when you're young, and sometimes when you're old.
That's true too.
You just ain't even decided yet. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't know. You have to know what you want. Right. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to be a good person, you're gonna be a good person. If you have your mindset to be good in that relationship and do, be good, you'll be good. If you really don't have it in your mind to be a good person and be good to that person, you're just not. No matter how you look at it.
True. And as guys, we are physical. We're
right.
visual and we're physical. Women, a very attractive woman won't catch our eye. By our nature, we gonna look.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you had to act on it, but we gonna look. So I just think it's it's.
At this time in your life right now, you're older. You're not young no more. So what you do when you're young, we can kind of say, okay, when we were young, we make mistakes. Would you cheat now?
No. I still see females that are attractive, but I don't need all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need that. I don't need that to validate me. Like I said, it takes. Every man is different. Some men never go out of that stage, that phase. They have to have that constant validation of their manhood by having, just a multitude of women around them all the time. But
what makes it different to make you not cheat now? I mean, is it the way you think now because you are older? When we're young, we do make crazy decisions and we think we know what we want, but again, sometimes we don't. So now we're older. I know we're more mature and we really know more of us
mm-hmm.
and what we want.
Mm-hmm.
But what makes you not? What keeps you?
It's too much shit out there.
Yeah.
First
and foremost.
Yeah, it's too much shit. They ain't got antibiotics for yet. There's a lot of shit. There's shit out there, And and I just don't have time for it. I don't need all that. When you're younger, or just the individual themselves, some people they need that kind of validation. They just do. I don't need it anymore. It don't make a difference to me. I ain't saying I used to be like that. I did my thing. I ain't, I've done mine. But I don't.
I won't tell.
And I won't tell you.
How do you recover after being cheated on?
How do you recover?
Mm-hmm.
Who said that?
One of the viewers.
Really? Thank you for being with us, viewer. You find you. I think. You find you. And once you know you and your worth, then you won't allow no one to do just anything to you. That's number one. You find you. You love you and love you more than you love anyone else but God. Because God is a jealous God and keep him first. But you find you. And then once you find you and love you, all that'll come. Because the next time, you won't you'll know. You'll know faster than you know this time. You'll be you'll be more on guard. You'll find you. Find you and work on you first. Don't jump back into something. Don't just go and say, you know what, now I want to meet somebody else and just jump it. Don't do it. Take the time out to find you. Love you. Then allow God to give you that special someone. And when he do, it's going to be wonderful. And believe me, it won't be nothing like the first. It probably won't never even happen again. And if it do, you'll catch it. You'll never miss it. You would never ever miss it. Never again. You'll be way smarter than that. But more importantly, you'll love you enough to not allow yourself to go through any of the stuff you went through before.
And I think to piggyback what she's saying too, one of the hardest things you have to do is forgive that person who cheated on you.
Yeah.
Because you give that person the power.
Yeah. Forgive them.
And that's the hardest thing you have to do. That person who just dogged you out.
Right.
When you forgive, that don't mean you're gonna forget. That don't mean you have to get back with that person to forgive.
You ain't gotta give them that next day because you forgave them.
Right. But that's gonna take a little while to get to that. You had to go back with that person. And again, but forgive
and really
mean
it
releases, too. Right. It releases, and it took me a long time to learn how to do that. You know, to forgive a person who's really hurt me, you know, and disrespect
That's
me,
anyone,
to
I
forgive.
think. It takes long.
You know, it takes a long time to be able to do that, and understand that you forgiving them, you know, is not for them, it's for you.
Exactly.
You know, and
For yourself.
and that's yeah, it's definitely because they walking around going on with their life. They done cheated on you and did whatever. You know, they gone there.
They're still doing it.
You looking
And then you
for
home
them
sad and upset
Right.
and, you know, going through the motion.
because you looking for them to give you closure for something they did to you to hurt you. You looking for them to give you closure. As long as you looking for somebody who hurt you, for them to give you closure, you'll always be miserable and you'll have a hard time maturing and growing.
So give
you know,
yourself the closure.
Involvement. Yeah. So give it your right by forgiving them.
Right.
And keep it moving and see the signs, because the signs a lot of times are there to somebody who's, you know, is cheating on you. And don't take self-blame for your partner just cheating on you, because your partner may just be the kind of person that they just cheaters by nature. They just what they
love
do.
a different
There's
woman.
nothing you do gonna change them. That's just how they get down.
I have a
You know.
family member that's like it to me. I wouldn't say, well, I wouldn't say cheat. I don't know. It's just it seems like he'll get a girl pregnant, and once he get a girl pregnant, it's like he's good with her until he get her pregnant, and then once he get, he's like he turned off. Now he's on to the next one. And
Because it was to get it back.
yeah, it's almost like everything will be going good, and everything is good.
Like
you
you
know,
said,
you
you
done
said
her
you
with
got
girl,
it. You
everything. He get her
too.
pregnant, and then afterwards, it's like on to the next one. It's almost like he was turned off the minute he got her pregnant. It was like, oh my God, now I don't want her. Wow, why get her pregnant? It's like, why not protect yourself? You know,
Right,
but
right.
you know, people are different.
Right.
You know, it's all kind of people out here, and again,
But people-
we don't specialize in this kind of stuff.
Right, yeah.
No PhDs and none of that.
Right,
We don't
right.
have none of that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We're just going on, you know, our own life experiences,
Right.
and common sense.
Right.
You know, just plain out common sense.
Right. And what was I about to say?
You lost your train of thought. You want me to give it back to you? Get it back, Dre. Get it back.
I just think you should assess your relationship periodically, assess it, reassess it, see if your mate, and just be honest with one another. You know, do I make you happy? Do you ask me? Do I make you happy? You make me happy. Do things together.
And you really listen when that person asks that question.
Right.
And don't be the kind of person that your mate asks the question and you scared to ask. Ask the same question back.
Right.
They want to know too.
Be
You know?
entertaining. Be just do things entertaining and you know, I don't know.
And maybe that'll stop people from men and women from cheating.
I ain't gonna say gonna stop 100%, but I'm saying because it's the nature of that person. You are who you are. You know, really, you are who you are. No matter what you do, you are who you
So
are.
deep
But it's just
inside, you have to have someone else every now and then.
that, little flavor that.
Right. Then that's who you
Whenever
are.
get into a relationship, if you want to cheat constantly, why do you get into a relationship?
That's true.
Why
Yeah,
do that to
true.
But some people,
yourself
but you can't
or
tell everybody
the
that because some people will
person?
still get into a relationship knowing that they're gonna cheat.
Right.
You know?
I think
Sometimes
it's too
it's
when you get to a
consequence.
certain age. Like that's me. I think.
You think so? So you think it's okay for you to continue? You know what I'm saying? Because you're 18.
I'm saying right now it will be fun right now because I can look back at like I did this and I'm not saying I should play with people feels like that whatever, but it will come back and then you can look down like yeah that was fun we did this whatever, but it's not right. But you know what I mean, like you live and you learn. But I guess when you get to a certain age, you're like okay, all that's not fun no more.
Yeah.
You know?
Or when it comes back to you and you really like that person and you think you so in love.
Because what you do to others will come back to you,
Right.
Right.
one way or the other. So you'll get it back.
Either way.
Right.
You'll get it back. You can believe that.
Right.
You ain't
And I think,
you ain't got to worry about that.
relationships now, back in the day, you know, relationships when you look at your parents and older people, how they maintain and sustain a relationship through all kinds of trials and tribulations. When the tough got tough, when things happened, they worked it out. They talked it out. They worked
did.
things out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everything
don't know how to do
is
that.
just people. You know, they meet. You know, relationships. You meet the person the first day. Y'all screwing that night. Y'all
Yeah.
try to. You know, there's no boundaries. There's no courting. One
No
another
morals or
anymore.
none of that.
There's no. A lot of men are not. You know, showing any type of chivalry to the women. They don't. You know, it's no open up the doors. No. You know, just no appreciating and respecting ladies no more.
Not
And
like
women
how I
are
see
not
like it was
respecting
back in the
themselves.
day.
And they
Yeah.
grow up thinking, that this is the way they're supposed to be treated, because a lot of the women have no fathers in the home. They're being raised single parent.
Is that a caller?
Let's keep
Baltimore's Real Talk. Hello.
Huh?
Baltimore's Real Talk.
Hello?
Hi.
I would like to make a comment.
Really? Oh, audience, that's my mother. That's my mommy. I get such a little girl like when she on the phone. What you want to say,
I
Mom?
love you too, babe. I love you.
I love you.
But I would also like to say that it is some people that go for years and never cheat.
Right.
You know, and I can say that honestly because I'm one of them.
Wow.
I've been married 35 years, and I was with him even before then. And never have I cheated. Now, let's understand something. I'm not saying that I'm blind. I'm saying that I haven't looked. But have I ever really cheated? I can honestly say no.
That's wonderful.
Because even though I was young, we was young when we first got married and everything. But let me tell you something. Some of the things that you do when you're young will hit you back in the face later. So you don't want to live your life thinking that, oh, I can do this because I'm young. No, you can't hurt people because you're young. Because feelings are what they are, feelings.
That's true. I agree. You're right. Almost like it's not acceptable because you're young. It's like that's not an excuse because you're still hurting someone. Is what you're saying.
That's right. That's right. And that's not a cool thing. You know, that doesn't.
And the
make
person
you,
never forgets. I'm sorry,
that
Mom.
doesn't make you cool at all. So you know, when you think about it, all of it goes into factors. And
Hello, Mother.
it is what it is.
Oh,
But you have to think about doing the right thing at all times. Yes.
okay. I thought you had paused on me. I was making sure you were still there. Okay, I like that point. More than anything, I hope my viewers got that. You know how long you have been with my dad and never cheated. That's quite amazing right there. How did you do it?
Well, it wasn't easy.
You didn't get bored?
It's never easy. But, anything that you want, it's not going to be so easy for you. You have to take the good with the bad.
I agree. Wow. Well, thank you, Mom.
You're welcome, dear.
I really appreciate
I
it.
love your show.
Thank you.
I really do.
Oh, we love you too.
And I love your guests.
Oh.
Guests. Hi, guests.
Say hey, y'all.
Have a great night, okay?
Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was pretty much on the same way of what she was saying too. I'm not your mom's age, but I was speaking on how the relationships, older relationships back in the day, how they had a different value system back then. And, because things got a little tough, and I'm quite sure they found other people outside of the relationship interesting. I'm quite sure some relationships, they did cheat too. I ain't saying all relationships, older relationships, there was no infidelity going on in them. But
because this didn't just start, it's been going for years.
But it's just there was a different value system in place. There's no type of value system in place now with a lot of relationships. It's like it starts off exciting and everything, but then when relationship, when it gets into the part where you have to start understanding the flaws of that mate. Understand that your flaws, that's a part of you being as a person. Everybody's not perfect. When you have your moments where you have gone through a lot of emotional downs, and and you have a day where you don't feel like being pretty, you don't feel like being dude up and all that other stuff. You just want to let your head down and be you. And
me when I'm like this.
Okay, I got you.
It's the other way around that I'm not being me.
But it's just, that's when it's time to just be,
How do we get to that level? How do we spend years like that with a mate and just them? I mean, that's That's 30-something years.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
that meant somewhere in her life she saw a functional relationship somewhere. You see, a lot of
and that means he did too, though. You know, it goes for the man as well.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You know, because most men can't even do that long. So for him to even
they saw a functional relationship.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have a lot of dysfunctional relationships. You have a lot of single parents. You have, women who have children by different baby fathers, and that's what they're used to seeing in the home. They don't see a relationship where there's one dad with those are his kids, and they one-on-one relationship, and they see a mother and a dad interacting, and love, respecting one another, never raising their voice at one another. They had a disagreement, they know how to settle it with nobody else hearing what's going on. Only thing they ever seen, they probably seen a little tension there, but they seen their mother and dad respecting one another at all times.
Right.
And nowadays relationships, you don't see that. You don't. And
I remember times, when we were younger, we would kind of like, we really never really knew when they would argue. They would turn the music up, or they would do something to distract it where we wouldn't focus on them arguing.
Right.
But nowadays, not no more. We argue right in front of our children.
So if you don't see a functional relationship,
it's hard to get in
it's hard for you to know what that entails and how to work on. Everybody's just pursuing one another. All the young ladies out there want to be sexy, and want to be going to the clubs, and want to be pursued, and look at the TV shows that you got out. It kind of like supports a lot of promiscuity, promiscuity, and that's pretty much what it is. All the little shows, it's entertaining. It's nothing about how to have a very supportive, productive relationship no more. It's none of that no more. So what do you look to know what a productive relationship look like? So if everything you seeing in the media, on the TV, in the streets, the women they don't have, and at home, right? It's not showing you what a productive relationship with two people, even though they may have some arguments and misunderstandings and stuff, how to get through that and still love one another and support one another. If you're not used to seeing that, then it goes back to what you used to seeing, cheating, and a lot of young ladies, they're seeing moms with different guys, bringing home, a lot of the women out here. If you're not gonna, my thing, I hate that. If you're a woman and you feel free to want to date, do whatever you want to do, but have some type of boundaries and stuff with it. I dated this one girl who she told me, she said, look, you come over my house, but this is the time you got to come over, my child asleep, and this is the time you got to leave, my child got to get up and go to school in the morning. I'm going to do me, but I don't respect my child when my child seeing what's going on. So
I agree.
Whatever you do, just have some type of moral respect with what you do, But if a lot of
it's crazy because cheating will not change. People will always do it, and we'll never ever really know everybody's real motive and reasons for cheating. Maybe they seen their dad do it when they was a kid, and they think it's okay because they've seen that. We'll never really fully know or understand what another person is thinking. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is that with yourselves, try to remain honest and don't be in nothing that's making you unhappy. If it's making you unhappy enough to want to go out and step out the box and cheat, then just never call her.
Okay.
Baltimore's Real Talk. Hello, Baltimore's Real Talk.
Hey, this is your sister-in-law, Keisha.
Hi, Keisha.
Hi, I just heard my mother-in-law comment. What's that, Baltimore's Real Talk?
I'm sorry? We with you, Baltimore's Real Talk. Tell us, what's your question?
Okay, I just heard my mother-in-law saying she was in a relationship for 35 years and never cheated. I just wanted to say that was a great thing. That's a great thing. To be grounded with one man, that's a wonderful thing. That is what I'm looking forward to do.
All right.
That's all I wanted to say, and that's a great show tonight.
Oh, great. And, you're headed in that direction. So, so far so good. You can even speak on that note. You've been with my brother how long?
18 years.
Oh, okay. See, so you're heading in that direction. And what's amazing about that is that a lot of times being young like you guys were, nowadays, it don't last from being young, 14 and 15, staying together until you're in your 30s. It doesn't really happen. By 14 and 15, you're not even decided that you want to be with that one person. You're not ready to mess with somebody else and somebody else because you ain't sure yet. So for you guys to do that as well, that's a good thing, you know?
It is.
Well, thank you, sister-in-law. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
I
Thank you for
commend
calling.
it. All right, bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
That's all right. You know.
Yeah, so we you know, viewers, we really hope you guys got some things from this show tonight, because it is people that last 30 and 14 and 30 years and really, you know, make life work. I'm sorry, Andre, were you trying to say something?
No, man.
Are you sure? Speak now, forever hold your peace.
No, I just think, you know, things change from back in the day and how it is.
Speak it to the mic, sir. I can't hear you.
No, that's a little mic.
What you think? I'm sorry.
It changed, though. You know, things change. Like how people see things change. Like, you know.
But the basics don't change. You know, the basics don't change. It just because the generation change. You know, it's almost like same shit, different day.
Right, because respect is just respect, period.
Right.
Really, and that don't go anywhere. And feelings are feelings. Whether it's your feelings that someone's not taking into consideration, or you're taking someone else's feelings, you know, and just playing with it.
But I think that's just life. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Everybody is just life, love. Because like you said,
it is life, but it doesn't make it right.
But I'm saying, I'm not saying that either. But I'm just saying, like you said, you know, you said like when they ask you, would you cheat on someone? That you know, would you ever cheat on someone? You said that, you know, with a guy that I don't, with a guy that I like, kinda. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me, but when I love, but that one that you like, kinda, might have loved you and you cheated on me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know,
and again, it wouldn't have made it right. It wouldn't have made. If you cheat, you cheat. It's never ever a good thing. I'm never gonna condone that. That's being unhonest. Excuse me. That's never a great thing to do. But I'm being honest. You know, this is a real talk. We're honest on this show. I'm not going to sit here and say I never cheated when I know I have. But what I can say is that I did not feel good about it. I was young. You know, we do things when we're young. I'm not even going to justify that with that. I'm going to say I did what I did. It was what it was. At that time, I felt the way I felt. This time of my life right here and now, no, I wouldn't cheat. I'm an honest woman. If I don't want you, I don't want you. If I do, I do. It's either or for me. See, I ain't got time to play no games. I'm either with you or I ain't. I'm gonna analyze everything, and I'm gonna go ahead and make sure you got everything, you know, straight down there and drive and yeah, I'm gonna make sure everything. Yeah, I'm good. And then, you know, it's no reason at this stage of my life, but again, you know, you young, you know, and we do things, but I'm glad my mother, you know, was there to say that age doesn't matter, because a person's feelings have no limits. There's no age. If you hurt somebody, you hurt somebody, and that's just all it is to it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just, in this life, you want to try not hurt people, you know, try to think of other people's feelings.
I think it's a void somewhere in a relationship too. It's some type of void. And
if it make you want to cheat, yeah. It's like either figure out what's going on, figure out why you want to cheat, or get out of it.
Look at yourself too. When you go to cheat, think about it in the back of your head. If somebody was about to do this to me, how would I feel?
Well, some may say, well, he could be doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and do me. So some might, you know, say that.
You know, it might stop you. Well, how would I feel if I found out that my mate is doing this to me?
You know what, I'm sorry for cutting you off. What's devastating is to know that you're doing all you can, or that mate is at home doing all he can, and you out there doing you. And you know that may think that they're doing all they can. You know, they may think he's making you happy. He's thinking he's loving you the right way, surprising you with gifts. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And, you know, and we think... And
surprising you with gifts.
Right.
But sometimes some people cheat just for the excitement of cheating and be getting caught. They get caught up into... You know, to the whole thing of cheating.
Sherman, what do you think about this? Why do people cheat, Sherman? Why do they cheat?
I already said it. It's because they cheaters. They want to cheat. That's their nature.
It's in their blood.
It's in their blood.
Just don't want to do right.
A person ain't going to just wake up and say, well, I'm going to cheat today. I'm going to meet somebody. I'm going to cheat today. It's been set in their mind that they're going to do it, and that's the way it is.
Until they get it out of their system.
So my thing is, y'all, you know, just let go. Know when to let go so that you won't hurt them or yourself. Because if you do, you're going to get it back anyway, you know. So it's best to, like, kind of know when to say, you know what, this thing ain't working. It ain't working for you. It ain't working for me. So maybe it's just time to walk away. You know, walk away.
A lot of times in a lot of relationships, a man could be accused of cheating and don't be cheating.
And for a woman to have a feeling, though.
And just because that's your feeling, that don't make it right that you can accuse someone of cheating if they're not cheating. I say deep down inside, the one that's accusing is the one that's doing the cheating.
That goes back to being guilty.
Yeah.
You about to step out there, so you want to blame everything on him, or vice versa.
Or you could just have this feeling. You know, us women and men, we have feelings. We know when we have this certain feeling that just something just ain't right. So if you have that feeling, you're going to act on your feeling. And if you have that feeling, then someone gave you a reason to have it. Go.
I think the reason why y'all had no feeling, because like you said, us men, we is a little sloppy with what we do. So that's why you probably had a feeling like, well, why he answer the phone like this? Why, you know what I mean, he's just so happy and I ain't do nothing to him yet. You know what I mean? Like,
well, he come home and just not focused at all, so unfocused.
Or don't have no time for you. Right. Or you haven't had sex in about a week now, because you like,
he fine.
But he fine though, right? He good. He sleep. And you wonder like, you good? I ain't good. I say either way.
Y'all always holler, we got a headache. I got a headache. Not tonight. I don't feel like tonight. Next thing
you know what? Yeah, well then that's for some women, because a lot of women, if you ready for you, ready for you.
Just climbed out the window while you was coming in the front door.
Yeah, could be.
You know.
Or like I said, or again, you just. Again, they could never be interested. They can go to sleep peacefully. You know, with like, okay. And you think it's over there. Is he with somebody else? Because why? He don't want me yet. It's a week gone by. Now it's hitting. But look, now it's hitting for 2 weeks.
Right.
You can't sleep because you sexually frustrated. Right. And this person, whether it's a girl or guy, they going down. Baltimore's Real Talk.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Chandelier.
Yes.
Hi, sweetheart. This is a good friend / sister, Angie.
Oh, hi, Angie. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Sounds wonderful.
Thank you.
You're supposed to be in the bed asleep this time of night.
Oh, my God, no. We talking.
Comment on, I think it was Sherman said, I found that a lot of times with cheating, you got some women, and I've seen it happen, where, you know, the guy, he may like football, karate, whatever, but you making excuses because you don't like it, you don't want to go. But then he going, and that woman that like karate, football, or whatever there, and she pumped up about it, he find it interesting, and they get to talking, and now they done became friends.
Yeah, it happens. Wow. You hear that? That's true. Because now you got somebody that has something in common with you. So before you know it, every week you looking for that person to be there because you know that person like you.
Right. And I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is so true. That is true, and that will happen. It's like you do have to become interested in some of the things your mate do, whether it's what your man do or what your woman do, because you're right. Oh my gosh, you know, they're the person like to dance. Now you know, down before you know it, they out dancing together, meeting up.
Go to the club. You know, your man may not like to go to the club because you go to. I mean, but you want him to go. He don't want to go. But then you get to the club and you partying, having a good time, and you got this man, he there by himself, he partying, dancing, having a good time right along with you. So you know y'all talking, y'all friends.
Right.
And that's true, but does it make it right?
No, it don't make it right, but then you got somebody that's interested. So like you say, now you there at the karate thing, at football, whatever, every week, because you know that person, y'all having fun together, while the other person home, I don't feel like going, I'm tired.
True.
That's true.
I've been doing this today, and I'm just going to lay down. And like you said, I got a headache, you know, making excuses not to go.
And that's true. And a lot of us women, we do that fascinating.
And my point is, you have to participate with your mate and be interested in some of the things that they like to do.
I agree.
That's true.
I totally agree. So I hope the viewers dig it. I really agree. Thank you so much for calling, Angie.
All right.
Call us again.
Good show, sweetheart.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I agree with that. You know, we do have to show interest in whatever it is our mate is doing, whether we feel like it or not, whether we like it or not, and whether we want to or not. You know, we do have to find interest. Go.
One more thing, and also for the ones that's married, you gotta watch your friends. Because your single friends hurt your relationship because they by themselves and they used to you being with them, and now you gotta mate.
Misery love company.
Yeah, so they will do whatever they can in their power to try to stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's very true.
Relationships are hard all by themselves, and that's real. It's hard already. So, you know, before we end this show, the one thing I really want to get across is that if you're happy and you got someone good in your life, try to make it work. But if you see that you can't, let it go. Don't sit there and waste your time on trying to sneak out and creep out and could bring that person back anything, or can get this other person pregnant. What happens if that happened? If you done gotten someone else pregnant, now you got to bring that to the relationship, or if a woman or a man that you done been with for up 10 years, now you got to tell this lady that you got somebody else pregnant. And how do you do that? You know, we don't have enough time to talk about that, but I'm sure that will become a topic soon. So, you know, you really, really want to just watch. Make sure you know you. Make sure you're happy. And if you're not happy, then talk about it. You know, figure out. Because my mom, I always feel like this. My mom told me this. If a person really love you and you tell them how you feel about certain things, then they'll do what they can to make it better. And if they don't try to make any change of something that they know that you really don't agree with, then they really don't care. So if they don't care, then it's time for you to go on your own way. You know, it's time for you to, you know, because it takes two. One can't just do it. You know, one can't do it. It takes two in a relationship. One person can't be trying so hard because it ain't going to make that person want you. Sometimes we can try as hard as we want, but if a person has in their mind that it's over and they're going to go out the box, they're going to go anyway. They're gone. Some of them already gone. You understand? And you don't even know it. They're gone before you even know it. They're gone. But for the women, to that call we just had, Angela, I want you women to really listen to that. You know, put energy and time into doing something that your mate like. You don't like football? Well, learn to like it. Go to one of your kids' games and learn to like football, or maybe do something that he's interested in, and then vice versa. You know, y'all do the same.
Your homegirl, you have your mate.
Right. And a lot of times it ain't nothing better than having your mate as your friend.
As your best friend.
Right, you know. That's how it's supposed to be anyway.
I think that's why y'all women like gay men, because they would go with y'all to go shopping and stuff like that. Like, not like them as going with them, but as a close friend, because, you know.
That's true. And then you got some men that'll do that. And some men will shop better for you than you do for yourself.
You know
what I mean, Jay? You know you want to. What about earrings? To match the outfit? Shoes? You good. You know what I mean? Some men shop better than y'all. But, you know, again, like I said, we're not, you know, doctors here. Not Dr. Phil and Oprah or nothing like that. We just do what we do. And make it work. Y'all, we are at the end. I'm not joking. The show goes so fast, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Over the end.
Over the end. See? So we did some extra time in here. Well, we always seem to start late. You guys, I apologize for always starting late, but hanging there with me.
And I appreciate being on your show.
You do? I appreciate you being on my show. Once again, you know, people wanted to see you back on my show. So it's great that you're here.
Very much.
We have viewers that ask for you back.
But you have a beautiful host. I mean, really, she's a beautiful person. I've known her for years. And you couldn't get a better person than hosting your show, and just having experience and this life experiences and just
thank you.
Everything.
Oh, tears.
She's my best friend, y'all.
Oh, y'all hear that? My best friend. Thank you. You're my best friend
really
too.
Appreciate being here and everything.
Oh, you made me drop my earrings. I guess I just told you a lie. No, I'm just playing. Oh my gosh. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I just love one another. You know, look for self-validation, not for total validation in your mate. You know all the signs of your mate is stepping out on you, and you see the signs, address it. Don't ignore it. You know when something, majority of the time, if something don't feel right, it's because it ain't.
That's true.
You know the signs. You know, I don't care if just look, if you're not doing anything wrong, and you feel that there's something that's going on in your relationship with your mate, then 9 times out of 10 that it is. You need to address that and find out what's going on. You know, don't be.
And sometimes before you end it, try to see where you are wrong. Don't always look at the person and say her, him, or just pointing a finger.
Right.
Try to figure out where you could, do better. Even if it's not for him, but for that next good man that's gonna come in your life.
Right.
We always leave relationships talking about, oh, they did me wrong. Oh, it was this person's fault. He did this or she did that. You always want to put the blame, but don't put the blame. See what evaluate yourself and see where you can be a better person in a relationship.
And quiz that person that you with. When you first meet guys, meet a girl meet guy, whatever. Start quizzing that person on how their relationships they had in the past. Why did it end?
They're not gonna tell you the truth.
But it's a way you could do that. You can ask questions and this when they don't have the guards up. Just find out little things about. You need to find out about your mate's past relationships and stuff because that gives a pretty much indication of how they're gonna treat you.
But you know what, ladies, don't be so eager to tell y'all because what happens is us as women, we talkers, and we are so eager to let this man know how we are and how such a great women we are that so one time we run our mouth so much we don't give them time to run their mouth so that we can learn. And that's just being honest. You can go on a date and the woman on a date, she done dominated the conversation. You know what I mean? And you know what happens? And when you do that, you ain't learned nothing about him, but he learned everything about you. You done told him everything. Give him something, something to wait for. Don't give it all up at once, even with conversation, don't give it all,
Right.
Leave something for later.
Right. And I think too, some men, those men that work hard, and this only for these men that go out there and they work hard and stuff, and they make sure that bread is on the table. They make sure the bills are taken care of. They take care of the woman, but this woman.
Thank God for them men.
Right. This particular woman. This don't appreciate him. She's always nagging. Whatever he does is never enough. He do everything he possibly can to please you. But it's just never enough. That you that type of woman that's always got to have more.
That's ridiculous.
That man gets tired.
Yeah.
And then he goes out there, and he meet this young lady or whatever. Just seem like she just appreciate him as a person so much, and she start doing things for him. He ain't used to that at home because the woman at home, she's always the one that wants to be receptive, want everything, all that. Yeah, she's always taking, like you said, never giving a lot. But she just bragging to her girlfriends, yeah, my man do this for me, he does that. He cook home hard as well, he cooks for me, he favors. Okay, that's all good and fine. But every man get tired, and everybody as a human being likes to feel valued and appreciated. I don't care who you are, So I'm saying that to say, some of those men, that's kind of men cheat too because of that. Okay. Because they don't feel like they've been appreciated. They work hard. They do the best they can to please.
And you still nagging. You ain't do this. Clean the bathroom.
Always just yang. And we us men, we simple. We ain't a whole lot to us.
Some of you, baby.
Some.
Because you're some. And some men are so confrontational. You like, God damn.
Right.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah. So look, y'all, we gotta go. We really gotta go. But we will see you next Tuesday. I thank all my guests for being here, all my viewers for watching and for calling. You guys feel free to call 410-705-3157. Baltimore's Real Talk. Call us. Let's talk about this. Let us know what you're thinking or what you need to know, and we'll help you as best we can. We hope Andre come on our show again, you guys.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. And thank you, viewers. Really.
And viewers, help me out. I'm cutting you off, dear. Help me out. We need another topic for next week. It'd be nice if you want to give us some topics. We're open for it. What you guys want to hear, or want to hear us talk about, you can always email me at onewomanofquality@yahoo.com. What else? Facebook. I love you guys. You can hit me on Facebook, tweet me on Twitter.
And if you love Sexy Lexi, let her know.
Exactly, right? Isn't she a great dog? You gotta love her. She's the co-host. You gotta love her. Just don't love her more than me. I get jealous. I'm a real jealous woman. All right, you guys. We gotta wrap this up. Good night. Good night.
That's your Leo. You know what I mean?
Very jealous woman I am. I kill this bitch.